Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Pitchford-Kendricks versus Saavedra.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Mr. Pitchford-Kendricks, you opened your case to prove that you are the biological father of the defendant's 2-month-old son, Javier. You claim she is denying paternity only because she wants to be with another man and needs him to be the father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Saavedra, you admit you allowed 2 men into your bed at the same time, but you are convinced that Mr. Pitchford-Kendricks is not Javier's biological father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Pitchford-Kendricks, you say proving paternity is extremely important to you.
Yes,
is that
Your Honor.
correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please explain.
Well, Your Honor, I grew up in the streets of Detroit, no dad in my life, and I just want to make sure that my son doesn't have to grow up like I did. And
That's a beautiful basket there. You brought that for your son once you prove your case?
Yes, Your Honor.
You say you grew up without your father.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Tell me what that was like growing up without your dad.
It was kind of stressful, like being in school and seeing all my classmates and stuff, having their parents come up there, both of them, and my mother just up there alone, you know, kind of stuck with me, but I can't let my kids grow up like that.
And so you intend to break that cycle today.
Yes, Your Honor.
But Ms. Saavedra, you say, unfortunately, Mr. Kendricks, you don't believe he's the biological father?
No, Your Honor, I do not. It started like this. Me and Greg met each other through, he was dating a roommate of mine. And he came over one day. We did end up hitting it off, and we was cool. Ended up having sex.
Okay, that's Three's Company, right? Y'all too young to know that show.
Speaking of Three's Company, when me and the man that I believe is Javier's father, Maurice, was getting rocky, we decided to include Greg in our mix and try and spice things up.
Oh, so how often was that happening?
It happened.
Off and on for like 10 years.
What?
It's before.
It wasn't 10 years.
It happened like this, Your Honor. I've been knowing her 10 years. After I got her and we became friends, you know, I was still kind of talking to her friend. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh, you still with the friend?
Yeah.
Right.
After that, you know, I hooked her up. She asked me, did I know anybody else? You know what I'm saying? That she could hook up with.
So who did you hook her up with?
Well, a half cousin of mine.
A half cousin?
Yeah, he my cousin's cousin. So I hooked them up.
So wait a minute. You were dating a woman, you ended up sleeping with her roommate. Then you developed a friendship with that roommate, and then she asked you to introduce her to somebody, so you introduced her to your cousin.
Yes, ma'am.
But then,
Yes, Your Honor.
her and your cousin invited you into their bed to have a threesome when their relationship needed spicing up.
Yeah, like that, but she used to call me and confide in me to, like, after I hooked them up as friends and stuff, and they got it on, you know, when they have their little disputes or whatever, he be cheating and all that, she called me crying and stuff, and, you know, I had to go over there and kind of help her cheer up and stuff, you know.
So you're saying you did the threesomes, but then you also would go over and sleep with her by yourself?
While he was at work, or, you know, while he was cheating.
Your Honor, that happened one time.
Cause I took
It was
her
once. Maurice was out with a friend of mine at a hotel. I called him, asked him if he would take me up to the hotel to see if Maurice was there. Like, I had a feeling that he was. Sure enough, his car was there. We ended up going back to the house. The whole time we on the way to the house, I'm thinking to myself, like,
She want to get back at him. So that's
I was
the day
wrong. I was being
That's the day I think Javier was conceived.
Conceived?
Yes, ma'am, because that's when the unprotected happened. I was trying.
I'm blown away. What in the world is this?
Like the times we had threesomes, I was trying to respect him, you know what I'm saying? So, and wear a condom, but I kind of liked her, you know, from the first time I had seen her and stuff, so.
But
That
Oh,
night-
wait, so what are you saying? So when you had the threesomes with your cousin and her, you would wear a condom?
Yeah, for respect for him.
Because that's respect.
Yeah.
So then the night you had sex with her alone, that was unprotected.
Yes, ma'am.
it was. However, we got interrupted that time. Like, I messaged Maurice once we got back to the house and was like, I'm about
Your
to
Honor.
have intercourse with Greg. And I'm sorry. I did.
Oh, I'm not laughing. I am just.
So he ended up, well, we was having intercourse. He ended up messaging me about 15 minutes later and said, I'm on my way.
Probably too late after that.
I looked at my phone, seen the message. Greg immediately jumped up, didn't even finish, you know, we was interrupted. And he ran out the house. He ain't even have clothes on. He didn't finish. So
Because I want to be
That's
smooth, Your
my
Honor. I want to
thing
be
saying-
smooth about mine, you know, even though
there's
it's
no
a
way he
threesome.
could be the father.
Okay, there's a phrase called Detroit's finest. Y'all ain't it. If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. So you find out you're pregnant.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do then?
I contacted Maurice and told him I was pregnant.
Okay, so you contact the guy that really was your boyfriend.
Yes, Your Honor.
So when you told him you were pregnant, did he say, it's not my baby, it's Mr. Kendricks?
He didn't say anything to the degree at the time. We talked about it later on.
Afterwards, he called me trying to act like, man, these your babies over here, dog. I'm telling you, when I see you, dog, it's on, man. You got me over here taking care of your babies. Because between both of the babies, like before her first baby was born, that's when the threesome started.
Oh, so you have an older child with the cousin,
Yes.
but it was during the time of the threesomes and the times when
With both kids, we're both children.
both kids,
I
you
was-
were
we was
having
having three-
sex with Miss Saavedra either within the threesome or alone.
Yeah.
That's
yes,
not
Your
true.
Honor. And I see.
Not with the first one, no. It was
Yes, it
months
was, Your
prior.
Honor.
Months prior. It was not around that same time.
So now there's a question about Javier's paternity
Yes, Your Honor.
because of this night and the other threesome episodes.
Yes.
And Mr. Kendricks believes he is Javier's biological father. He brought a basket. He is ready.
I know he's not the father.
You do.
I do.
And how do you know that, Miss Saavedra?
Because me and Gregory wasn't messing around in May. I conceived in May.
It was April.
Right, and I conceived in May.
Okay, let me go to my conception calculator because you all just all over the place. Ugh. So Javier's birthday is January 9th, 2019. Press calculate. Conception window is between April 12th and April 18th.
Yes, Your Honor, but that's not when he was due. He was born early. He was due January 26th.
Your Honor, like I said, off and on, before the first child was even born, like, we was having threesomes then and with Javier, you know?
So you're saying these threesomes were a regular thing?
Yeah, if it wasn't every weekend, it was like every other weekend.
Every other weekend, every weekend? So, Miss Saavedra, I just have to stop. Unfortunately, I understand why Mr. Kendricks would probably enjoy it. Because men can just be nasty like that.
Yeah, she want both her kids to have the same father, but
And they do.
Why is nobody on the birth certificate then?
Because Maurice has another
And why
girlfriend
does-
at the
why
time,
does
and he wasn't up
why
at the
does
hospital.
Mariah have his last name and
Because he's my only son, and I wanted him with my last name.
so why when I asked you, is it a
It's
possibility?
not Pitchford.
So what? So why when I asked you, was it a possibility that it's Javier mine? You said
No.
You said could be. You said you didn't know.
I ain't, when I said that,
When I called you and asked you, when you told
a
me
lie.
you had a baby.
you was a lie.
We have a statement from
Maurice.
Your cousin Maurice.
Your Honor, he even thought I was
It
the father.
says, last year Mercedes and I got into it because she thought I was having sex with another woman, which I wasn't. In retaliation, she had sex with my cousin Greg with no rubber. Shortly after, she comes up pregnant. I found out that they had been having sex behind my back for years. Since the dirty mess has come to light, I don't think her son is mine. He looks like Greg.
Well, Your Honor, I'm not sure who he found that out from. Maybe he was talking to him and...
Now look at his nose and look at mine.
Yeah, all right. Well,
So that's Mr. Pitchford-Kendricks on the left, Javier in the middle, and Mr. Avery on the right.
it is.
Wow. So what are you hoping for, Mr. Kendricks? You've got this basket. You are ready to step in and be the father you never had, and yet this is your cousin's girl.
Yes, Your Honor. But like I said, I introduced them to each other.
And then that gives you a reserved right to sleep with her? What? I don't understand that.
I was sleeping with her first.
Is this what we doing out here? I missed something. Because you all are so casual about it, like you all just telling me how to bake a cake. And you
It's not
keep
funny.
having that little smile, Miss Saavedra, and I'm thinking to myself...
Because I'm so mad and upset and hurt and betrayed and everything else, I don't know how else to express it.
And what, I see you're emotional now. What are you really feeling inside?
I wanted everything from Mariah. I wanted her to grow up with a mother, wanted her to grow up with a father. So, with that being said, I was willing to give Maurice whatever he wanted. Whatever he wanted. I didn't want all that after that. And he knew it. Yeah, I did it when I messed up and ended up sleeping with Greg, but I didn't know what else to do at that point.
Thank you for being honest. I feel like I get it now. You wanted that family you didn't have
Right,
for your daughter.
right.
So what you did was, and look, women do that. You acted like you were gung-ho to do something, and then when you did it, your truth is, that's not my thing.
Right.
And do you see how you walk down this road where you now have the man you wanted to make a family with, his cousin is here with a basket saying, your baby is his.
Yeah.
Listen, this is not easy.
It ain't.
You got yourself into a tizzy. And I'm just here to try to help you sort it out, because no matter what these test results say, if you don't get an understanding of why you do what you do, you're gonna keep doing it. And now, we're in a position right now where we need to find out if your children are siblings or if they're siblings and cousins.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you built a relationship with Javier?
Well, I tried to, Your Honor. I mean...
When?
I mean, when I came over there and brought you some food.
You came over there, first of all, you didn't come over there and bring me food. You came over there for 2 seconds. Is that building a relationship with Javier? And that was
Would you let him build it?
before this?
Yeah, like when you all were at
Probably not, because
Okay.
it's not his son. How?
But you're
Are you
saying
sure?
if in fact he is, you would.
Yes.
All right. Wow. That was a lot. Jerome, let's get these results. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Pitchford-Kendricks versus Saavedra, when it comes to 3-month-old Javier Saavedra, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Pitchford-Kendricks, you are not the father. I can see that really disappointed you. You thought you were.
Yeah, Your Honor. You know, I tried to step up to the plate, you know, because I ain't have a father.
You sitting over here with this beautiful basket, and it seems like...
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to her anyway.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was lovely. It's a weird thing. I kind of like it, but I don't, because you all really do have a good rapport with one another. Like, you all probably could have had a nice relationship, but I feel like this mutual admiration can be dangerous, and it can land you back here if you don't know what to do with it. Because you all have that chemistry thing. Sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes that's a bad thing. All right? So go out and talk to Dr. Jeff and take advantage of the counseling and the resources he has for you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Court is adjourned.